Hello guys, today we're going to be talking about neutron stars. So to start off, what is a neutron star? A neutron star is a super dense star that is formed after a supermassive star that is much larger than our sun collapses and its core condenses into a small area. This star is just about the closest thing that you can get to a black hole without actually being one. And while we don't necessarily know what's truly inside them, we do know a few different things about them, and that's what we're going to be talking about today.
So, what are neutron stars? Neutron stars are composed mainly of cores of supergiant stars. They are mainly made of packed neutrons, which are formed because the protons and electrons are so closely packed together that they merge and form neutrons. Because there's no fission or fusion going on inside them, they slowly lose heat due to radiation to space and eventually will cool down. They are the second densest celestial bodies, only smaller than black holes. If a star was any larger when it collapsed, it would have turned into a black hole. Neutron stars sometimes spit out a large beam of radiation. When they do this, they are known as pulsars. Pulsars can spin extremely rapidly sometimes. The reason they are called pulsars is because from a distance, the starlight seems to pulse. Scientists do not know what the exact properties are inside of neutron stars, because the forces and properties there are so extreme.
It is the second densest celestial object that we know of, and it is responsible for creating a lot of different things that we use. They are only held together by the forces of the neutrons pushing away from each other. Otherwise, they would just collapse into black holes, which is actually something that can sometimes happen if they merge with other more massive objects. Being only a few kilometers wide, however, they have immense gravitational and magnetic fields, which makes them interesting on multiple levels. They also are composed mainly of neutrons because their protons and electrons have fused, creating some interesting layering on the internals. Neutron pasta and lasagna. We don't actually know too much about the cores of these super dense stars. We really can't simulate what's going on because what we know starts to break down just due to their extreme gravitational pull and density. But there's many theories as to what could be there.
Neutron stars are responsible for creating all elements heavier than iron, as anything heavier than iron cannot be produced in the core of a normal star. When a pulsar explodes, it will scatter all the elements that it created heavier than iron, and that's how we get elements used today for things like computers and other electronics.